Impact of decisions. Decisions can have a significant impact on both individuals and society as a whole. The consequences of decisions can be positive or negative and can affect various aspects of life, such as health, relationships, finances, and the environment. The ethical decisions that impact any organizations by Kevin Johnston. Ethics are often taught separately from business skills. In fact, they affect every business. They are not an afterthought. As you build your career, you deal with ethical considerations that affect how successful you will be. Though you might be tempted to focus the nuts and bolts aspects for running a business and making a profit, you can't avoid ethical concerns that are common to all businesses. Kevin Johnston is an experienced business writer, has written extensively on the topic of ethical decision making in organizations. He argues that ethical decisions can have a significant impact on the success and reputation of an organization. Johnston argues that a commitment to ethical decision making is essential for organizations to succeed in the long term. He suggests that organizations should establish a code of ethics and provide ethics training to employees and encourage open communication and transparency. By doing so, organizations can foster a culture of ethical decision making that benefits everyone involved. There are many examples of ethical decisions that can impact an organization. Halimbawa, maaaring magpo siya ang isang kumpanya na bigay ng patas na sahod, benefits, and pagkakataon para sa paglago ng kanilang karir sa trabaho. Treatment of employees. Deciding how you will treat employees requires you to consider many ethical issues from a pay to providing a safe and healthy environment. Your decisions demonstrate your ethical responsibility toward your employees. If you consistently make decisions that devalue your employees, you may find that their work offers less and less value to your company. Conversely, if you make ethical decisions that show your concern for the well-being of the people that work for you, this can have a positive effect on your company. Yung pagtrato naman sa isang empleyado ay isang ethical na aspeto ng ethical na pagdedesisyon sa mga organisasyon. Ang ethical na pagtrato sa mga empleyado ay sasangkot ng pagbibigay ng isang patas at ligtas na kapaligiran sa trabaho and offering opportunities for career growth and development. Ang organization ay inuunang ang ethical na pagtrato sa mga empleyado na kadalasang nakakita ng mga benefits sa mga tuntun ng pagtaas ng produktibidad, mas mababang mga rate ng turnover at pinabuting moral ng empleyado. Halimbawa na lamang ng equal treatment sa mga trabahador ay fair wages and benefits at equal opportunities. By treating employees ethically, organizations can create a positive work environment, build trust and loyalty among employees, and attract top talent. Fair competition. Your pursuit of profits requires you to forego ethical shortcuts and compete fairly. Decisions about whether to spread rumors about the competition, put out misleading marketing messages, or misrepresent the quality of your products affect not only your reputation but also your ability to make sound business decisions. If you must consistently cut ethical corners to make a profit, you show that you lack the business acumen to compete fairly. On the other hand, if you maintain an ethical stance in all your competitive strategies, you can gain a reputation for shrewdness and honesty at the same time. Fair competition ay isa ding critical na aspect and ethical na decision making sa mga organisasyon. Fair competition ay kinabibilangan ng pagkikipagkompetensya batay sa pagbabago, quality at service sa mga customer. Organizations that prioritize fair competition often see benefits in terms of increased customer loyalty, improved reputation, and long-term profitability. Financial reporting. Accounting ethics require accuracy and full disclosure of financial dealings. This is because accurate financial reporting ay mahalaga para sa paggawa ng mga desisyon sa isang business at papanatili ng tiwala mga stakeholder kabilang mga mamumuhunan, nagpapahiram, mga magiging customer. Maaari din itong mantong sa pagtaas ng tiwala at kumpiyansa sa mga stakeholder na maaaring magbukas sa mga bagong pagkakataon tulad ng pag-access sa kapital at pakikipagsosyo. Halimbawa ng financial reporting ay income statement. This statement shows the company's revenues, expenses, and net income for the fiscal year. It provides information on the company's profitability during the period. Next is social impact. Companies' decisions about its impact on society can have a significant impact on its success. Consumers and stakeholders are increasingly looking for companies that prioritize social responsibility and are willing to make a positive impact on society. By consistently making decisions that benefit the community, industry, or society, a company can build a positive reputation and differentiate itself from its competitors. This can lead to increased customer loyalty, improved brand recognition, and a stronger bottom line. Ethical dimensions of leadership and decision making. The field of organizational ethics deals with the issues that inevitably arise when a desire for financial success conflicts with moral duty. While the academic study of ethics is complex, there are some basic steps you can take to foster an ethical, socially responsible company. Ethical dimensions are critical aspects of leadership and decision making, as they guide how leaders approach and make decisions in various situations. Here are some examples of ethical dimensions of leadership and decision making. Integrity. It is the foundation of ethical leaders and decision making. Leaders who prioritize integrity are honest, transparent, and accountable for their actions. They demonstrate consistency between their words and actions, and they hold themselves and the others accountable to ethical standards and responsibility. Leaders have a responsibility to consider the impact of their decisions on stakeholders, including employees, customers, and the broader community. Ethical leaders take responsibility for their decisions and their consequences, including any negative impacts. Considerations. You're in business to make money, but you also have moral duties toward your employees, customers, and community. Businesses have both financial and moral responsibilities to their stakeholders, including employees, customers, and the community. In order to balance their considerations, businesses must make ethical decisions that take into account the interests of all stakeholders. Some considerations that businesses should keep in mind when making ethical decisions. Stakeholder interests. Businesses should consider the interests of all stakeholders when making decisions. They should strive to create a positive impact on all stakeholders while still achieving financial success and sustainability. Businesses should consider the long-term impacts of their operations on the environment, society, and future generations. They should prioritize sustainability and seek to balance economic, social, and environmental factors in their decision making. Employees. As a business owner, you are responsible for creating a workplace in which your employees can thrive. Business owners have a responsibility to provide a safe and positive workplace environment for their employees. Includes creating a culture that values respect, fairness, and ethical behavior. Business owners should also provide opportunities for employee growth and development and establish clear expectation for ethical behavior. For example, you must monitor hiring and firing practices and promotions and bonuses to ensure fair and equal treatment of all workers while complying with legal guidelines and important customers. Your customers depend on you to maintain an ethical organization. A bakery's client trusts that the posted food description are accurate and consistent. If you fail to honor their trust, for instance, if you cut costs by secretly switching to cheaper ingredients while still claiming to use higher quality versions, you disregard their right to make informed decisions. Such behavior is unethical and possibly illegal. For businesses in the food industry such as bakery, accuracy and consistency if food descriptions are critical to maintaining customers' trust and satisfaction. For example, when customers visit a bakery, they expect the food description to be accurate and consistent so that they can make informed decisions about what they want to purchase. They trust that the bakery is providing them with truthful information about the food they are buying, including ingredients, allergens, and nutritional information. If a bakery were to provide inaccurate or inconsistent food description, it could lead to customer dissatisfaction and potentially even legal issues. For example, if a customer with a food allergy were to consume a product that contained an undisclosed allergen, it could result in serious health consequences and legal liability for the bakery. Community. Your organizations ay maaaring magkaroon ng masamang impact sa or effect on your community, and that business leaders have an ethical obligation to minimize those negative effects even na nakakasama sa kanila para kumita. This is because businesses is nagpapatakbo sa loob ng mas malawakang social and environmental context, and may responsibilidad na consider the impact of their operations on the wider community. Business leader is maaaring gumawa ng ilang hakbang para mabawasan ng mga negative effects sa community tulad ng environmental sustainability, implementing sustainable practices such as reducing waste, conserving energy, and using renewable resources can minimize negative impacts on the environment and the community, and social responsibility. Supporting community initiatives tulad ng volunteering or pagboboluntaryo, charitable giving, pagbibigay ng kawang gawa, and employee engagement, pakikipag-ugnayan ng mga empleyado can help businesses build stronger relationships with their communities and to minimize negative impacts. Customer transparency. Many of the ethical issues in profit maximization center on consumers. Pag-maximize ng kita ay nagdidikta na maakit mong mga customers and create sales at all costs. Profit maximization is an important goal for businesses. It should not be pursued at the expense of ethical considerations. One important ethical consideration pagdating sa mga customer ay ang transparency. Inaasahan ng mga customer na magiging transparent ang mga business about their product and services. Kasama na dito ang sa pagpepresyo, quality, and safety. By being transparent, ang isang business can build trust with its customers and establish a positive reputation for its brand. Building a reputation for integrity and customer friendliness, pagiging kabaitan sa iyong mga customer ay maaaring makinabang sa isang business na may loyalty and higher long-term profit. Ang matagalang community relationships. Profit maximization also suggests na ang mga business ay i-prioritize ang kanilang sariling financial nakita kaysa sa epekto ng kanilang mga operations sa local community. This approach is not sustainable in the long term at maaaring umantong sa mga negative consequence for both the community and the business. Mga business ay inuunang kanilang sariling pinansyal na kinakailangan kaysa sa mga pangailangan at kapakanan ng lokal na komunidad. May face reputational and legal risk. Negative perceptions sa business ay maaaring mantong din sa pagbaba ng mga benta at loyal ng customer, habang mga legal and regulatory violation ay maaaring magresulta sa mga multa, legal battles, and other consequences. And for example, building relationships, ang mga negosyo ay dapat maglaan ng oras to build the relationship with community members, including the local officials, mga resident, and other stakeholders. This can help businesses na mas maunawaan ang mga needs and concerns ng community and build trust with local stakeholders. Fair employment. Labor cost ay isang malaking gastos para sa mga negosyo at dapat unahin ng mga kumpanya ang mga patas na kasanayan sa pagtatrabaho bilang ang promoting a non-discriminatory culture, pagtataguyod ng isang kulturang walang diskriminasyon. Ito ay hindi lamang isang ethical na obligation but also isa ring legal na requirement under many labor laws and regulations. For example, non-discriminatory, walang diskriminasyon, mga negosyo ay hindi dapat magdiskrimina laban sa mga empleyado or job candidates based on sa lahi, kasarian, sexual orientation, relihiyon, or other protected characteristics. Kabilang dito ang ensuring equal pay, pantay na sweldo para sa mga pantay na trabaho, providing equal opportunities for career advancement, and pagtataguyod ng pagkakaiba-iba at pagsama sa lugar ng trabaho at patas na kabayaran. Ang mga negosyo ay dapat magbigay ng patas na kabayaran sa mga empleyado, kabilang ang competitive wages and benefits packages. This can help to attract and retain top talent and build a positive reputation as an employer. Partner integrity. Maintaining ethical standards sa mga kasama at partners sa negosyo ay isang mahalagang aspeto ng responsableng pagpapatakbo ng negosyo. Ang pagtrato sa mga supplier ng patas at pagbuo ng matibay na pakikipagsosyo ay maaaring magkaroon ng maraming benepisyo para sa isang negosyo, including improved product quality, increased efficiency, and a positive reputation for the brand. For example, collaborative partnerships, dapat magsikap ang mga negosyo na bumuo ng collaborative partnerships sa kanilang mga supplier at business partner. Nagtutulungan para mapabuti ang quality ng product, bawasan ang mga gastos, and promote innovation and long-term relationships. Dapat unahin ng mga negosyo ang long-term relationships sa kanilang mga supplier at kasosyo sa negosyo or business partner rather than short-term gains. Makakatulong ito to build trust and loyalty, leading to better results and long-term success. Ethical and moral values in organization. Adopting ethical and moral values in organization is critical sa pagpapanatili ng isang sustainable and profitable business or kumikitang negosyo. Ethical behavior and decision making ay makakatulong sa business to build trust with stakeholders, improve employee morale, and reduce legal and reputational risks. For example, improve reputation, businesses that prioritize ethical behavior can build a positive reputation for the brand na maaaring makaakit ng mga bagong customer, increase loyalty, and improve financial performance. Goodwill and publicity. Isa sa mga pangunahing business ethics ay ang opportunity na pasilahin ang sense of goodwill sa pangkalahatang publiko patungo sa iyong business, lalong nag-aalala ang mga customers sa paggamit ng mga produktong ginawa sa paraang napapanatiling kapaligiran at kung saan ang mga producer ay binabayaran ng patas na sahod para sa kanilang trabaho. Halimbawa, fair trade coffee. Being seen as meeting your social and societal obligations ay magpapasaya sa iyong negosyo sa publiko at maakit ang mga consumer na responsable sa lipunan. Next is shareholders and investors benefits. In most cases, magiging mahalaga sa mga shareholder na ang iyong negosyo ay pinamamalahan sa isang ethical fashion. Ang mga transparent ay kasanayan sa accounting at isang makakainganyo at mapagkonsultang relasyon sa iyong mga shareholders ay manghihikayat ng tiwala sa iyong business. Ang mga namumunuan ay magiging mas handang maglagay ng puhunan sa isang business na nakikita nilang pinamamahalaan ng etika. Dahil mas maliit ang pagkataon na ang negosyo ay tatag sa mga hindi ligtas na kasanayan. Mga namumuhunan na may pag-iisip sa ethics ay maaari ding hindi gustong mamuhunan sa isang negosyo na nakikita nilang irresponsable sa lipunan o kapaligiran. And gives the business a competitive edge. Business ethics ay maaari lumampas sa moral na obligasyon. Maaari din silang makinabang sa company's bottom line. Ang ethical na pag-ugali ay maaaring magsilbi upang maiba ang iyong brand mula sa iyong mga kakumpetensya kung nagpapatakbo ka sa isang oversubscribed na merkado na nag-aalok sa iyo ng isang mapagkompetensyang kahusayan. Ang pagtukoy sa iyong produkto at mga kasanayan sa negosyo bilang batay sa tibay na ethical na mga prinsipyo ay ginagawang mas kaakit-akit ang iyong product or service sa mga consumer. Isang magandang halimbawa ng modeling ito ay ang Body Shop, isang kumpanya ng kosmetiko na ang mga produkto ay hindi na isubok sa mga hayop.
Moral obligations to the community. A powerful argument in favor of running your businesses in an ethical manner, aside from the financial benefits that can be gained, are the moral obligations your businesses has toward to the community. A successful businesses takes from the community in the form of profits which are distributed among its employees, directors, and stakeholders in wages and dividends. As an integral part of society, the business has moral obligations to behave in an ethical manner toward employees and third parties, and to be prosperous, more robust local economy which will benefit everyone in the long. Positive knock-on effect. Just like how positive consequences inspire an individual, positive knock-on strategy will help the business run smoothly, especially in terms of financial stability. Giving your employees the salary they deserve and giving them extra credit as well as privileges will make them stay in your company, as well as paying your tax. The importance of confidentiality in mentoring. Creating an ethical culture for your small businesses means more than complying with regulations. Your businesses operates as parts of society and you can lose customers and status by engaging in behavior that is perceived as unethical even if it's illegal. While you can set rules for employees to follow, rules won't replace the influence of culture on behavior. You can create a positive culture by addressing ethics as part of its employees' job. The importance of confidentiality in mentoring, creating a positive culture in your business is essential. We cannot change our culture, but we can cultivate it. A good leader know how to import ethical values and manners on his employees. Communicating values. Ethics starts with values, and company values starts with the owner values. You necessarily have to focus on some bottom line issues such as productivity and sales, but you can also take time to convey your ethical values and the value you expect from your employees. Your willingness to make values part of your professional outlook will send the message that ethics are not an afterthought. This helps create a culture that ethical. Communicating values means just like how institutions values imposed such as schools, your businesses, schools have one too. Your businesses in general, yourself as a leader or owner, and most importantly, your employees. Internal system. Quality control doesn't just mean checking products or services to see that they live up to standards. It also means assessing the ethics of decision making. If you create a system to review decisions and listen to concerns about company initiative and directions, you can encourage input on your company ethics. This creates culture where ethics are part of the quality you offer. The results can help retain employees and produce high quality work in ways bonuses and other incentives never could. In short, employees who feel good about where they work are more likely to stay and do good work. Internal system. Just like what I have been mentioned earlier, internal factors is very important in working a business. It's not just about the quality of the product or service that you offer, but how you treat your employees. Becoming a leader or an owner of a businesses means taking responsibility not just in business itself but also your human resources. Treating them nicely will help you maintain and retrain your resources. Enforcement of policies. Ethics isn't just something you just talk about. You must put policies into place that explicitly state punishment for unethical behavior and reward for ethical behavior. After you've established those policies, if you enforce them consistency and reinforce your expectation that employees will behave ethically at all times. This means you must also make sure that you follow your own policies so you will serve as an example. Enforcement policies means a point of this is that you, the main you should practice what you preach. It is very ironic if you impose policies to your employees if you yourself couldn't follow it. Practice a good behavior and they will do the same. Conversational about ethics. Ethics are not part of your culture if they are not part of your conversation. Company-wide meetings and communications can refer to ethical dilemmas regularly so that employees understand that discussions of ethics are a normal part of their workday. San Francisco State University points out in its newsletter, SF State News, that some employees may be reluctant to discuss ethics because having a difference of opinion may seem like they're favoring dishonesty. However, if you create an atmosphere where dissenting points of view are allowed, the discussion about ethics will contribute more to an ethical culture than any disagreements would distract from it. Conversation about ethics. Ethics means crucial in business, especially that there are different minds that work on it. But giving them the benefit of the doubt and giving them the chance to speak what they think is the best about the business will build a strong bond. In running a business, one must not think that he is superior than anyone. The owner shall not think that his decision making is important one. Instead, be he must everybody to address their opinion, suggestions, feedbacks, and observations. That is how you build a good company. Defrauding customers. Many companies conduct a business with a constant eye on the bottom line, a practice that's not inherently illegal or unethical. However, if your organization inflates fees and charges, fail to give customers everything they paid for, bills clients for that they don't work or price in the event of natural disasters or other catastrophes, they breach the trust of the clients and the general public. Also, if companies knowingly sell inferior products or services, they violate unethical boundaries by fraudulently taking customers' money and potentially placing them at risk, especially in the products are dangerous or don't function as defrauding customers. Fraud is very important on business. But then shouldn't be an option. Failing to give your customers the service of product they paid for means your business failed as well. Remember that your business follows an ethics and values, and fraud shouldn't be on the list. Conflicts of interest. The public expect that the primary responsibility of employees and company management is to their customers. Yet professionals from sometimes place their personal benefits first or use their positions to gain favors or other perks. For example, if a company is evaluating bids from several suppliers and accepting gifts from the candidate on exchange for the contract, this contributes a bribe and unfairly eliminates other applicants from bidding process. Similarly, if a professional uses insider knowledge to dump stock he knows is about to take significant hit, this violates ethical standards and could consider criminal activity. Conflicts of interest. The owner or anyone in the business should not take advantage. They must set aside their personal interests, instead develop a good strategy on making the business successful. No one succeeds from taking advantage of others. Employment policies and practices. How a company treats current and potential employees reflects on its ethical principles and can damage employee morale or drive away top talent. Employees who favor candidates in their 20s regarding of their qualifications unfairly discriminations against older workers come into play regarding today treatment ethics is also of employees such as following a culture of bullying, requiring employees to work exceedingly long hours of inhospitability conditions and paying workers below minimum wage or less than the standard salary wage. Employment policies and practices. One of the backbone of business is having policies. This is how this is how should be planned properly and must be practiced by everyone. Company policy must include to those of running the businesses, from accepting job employees to the hardest one should follow a policy. This will keep a business in fact and promote their peace. Social and environmental impact. Some ethical violations aren't immediately obvious but gradually cause damage to the community. For example, companies that use unethical business practices to squeeze out their competitors could shut down businesses in the community and threaten the economy and people's livelihoods. If company don't assess the environmental footprint they leave behind, they could cause irreparable ecological damage that also may threaten the health and safety of residents in the communities sought an environment impact. Your businesses shouldn't run to impose a bad attitude on your competitors. One thing the owners shall consider in businesses is how customers will choose you among other businesses. that have the same path as yours, and not how you mock your competitors. You can't wait that your businesses is good or successful without your competitors. The value of a strong ethical business practices and social responsibility. Stakeholders are the people of group that have an interest in your business. Traditionally, stakeholders or owners have been the primary stakeholders of the business. In the early 21st century, other groups have become more vocally involved in holding companies to a higher social and environmental standards. Stakeholder groups means stakeholder are the group of people who does not benefit from your business but also contributes. You as our owner might know the following expectations on your businesses, so you'll have a growth, so you'll have a target objectives. Financial impact. Companies are still in a business to make money. However, the financial interests of your owners, partners, or stakeholders have been tempered a bit to create a greater balance with social responsibilities. Still, but part of your role as company leader is to make a wise decision that improve revenue, minimize costs, and produce a positive bottom line. The greater environment of other stakeholders, though, has had uncertain effects on the bottom line of companies. Showing environmentally responsible behavior is so difficult. A financial return on investment from socially it costs money to manage waste and recycling programs that are good for environment. Financial impact means we all know how important financial committee when it comes to business. A single decision could either make the business work or fall on its lowest point. Having a good financial committee, TV every very important. Operations impact. Employees have become a much more involved stakeholders group. In general, employees expect to be valued as a key assets and expect to be able to work in the non-discriminatory work environment. Failure to provide an equal opportunity workplace can lead to lawsuit and low employee morale. Supplier expect to be paid on time and expect that you will keep them in a loop on important businesses activity that relates to the relationships with your company. As a simple example, using supplies or release products in a way that is bad for the environment or socially irresponsible impacts the supplier or your partner as well. Operations impact. Your human resources are your assets. As an owner of the business, you must make sure that your employees are well valued and given the proper treatments including their payments. Failure to do so many leads a lost employees. Losing them will result in the failure of your business. Therefore, one must value all his employees.